Hello everyone and welcome to Filmora Basic for Beginners, and this is class project 2. So in this class project, it is about creating a motivational workout video for social media. The students need to follow these steps in order to create this project. So in Filmora, first the students need to create a new project. Then they need to add a custom intro or a template from, or they can use and customize a template from the Filmora stock. Then import appropriate media, then to add a split screen or multiple split screens and add media to all the split screens. Then the students need to organize everything and add transitions, filters, and effects if needed and where needed and when needed. Then the students need to add quotes to their video as it's a motivational workout video. Add narration to the video text and use either text to speech by AI or record their own videos. Then add music to the video, but keep the volume down enough for the audio of the text to be heard clearly. Then the students need to add an outro and then to export the video. The outcome of this project will be able to force the students to practice what has already been taught. Afterwards, they will be able to create motivational quotation videos. So let's go ahead and get started with our class project. So here I have opened up a new project and I've already done some work beforehand, and I'll just show you what I've done. So I have first put some box over here. As you can see, this is a box, a rectangle box, or an animation, or you can go to templates over here. Go to templates over here and search for workout, and you'll find a workout template. So I imported a template over here. So let me go ahead and search the template, workout. There you go. The duration is 0 to 15 seconds. Or you can see the downloaded ones over here. As you can see, sports vlog show. So I basically use this template. If I were to play this, I see this is the one that I imported, and I'll just go ahead and delete this. And then I expanded it so you can see all of this here. Then underneath the media here, the media files which I have imported into Filmora, I've used them instead of the videos of that template. Then underneath the text, I have edited the transitions of the text so that it looks a bit like this. And then I edited the text of these templates, and thus you have all of this here. And then I added a split screen. Going to templates over here, going to split screens over here. I use this split screen over here. Split screen 5. Let me go forward to the split screen. As you can see, split screen 5. Then I right click on it, went to advanced edit, and added 3 videos from my imported videos and trimmed them up until 12 seconds. As you can see, up until 12 seconds over here in the total timeline for this advanced edit. And then I clicked on apply, and thus I have made this. Now it's time to add some music in. So I'm going to go to audio, going to music over here. Then I'm going to go for motivations music over here. And as you can see, there's a music which I've already downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and import that over here. And then I'm going to expand it so that I can see it. I'll keep the music as it is right now because we'll be adding more to our entire video. So I'm going to zoom in on our first part over here and play it and see how the music fits in. As you see, the music here looks really cool, really great. It fits perfectly with our entire video. Now we will be going ahead and adding text in. Okay. So before text in, I'm going to go ahead and use some graphics or rectangles, and I'm going to add some rectangles. Okay. So I'm going to add a rectangle over here. There you go. I'm going to just trim it up and so that it fits each and every. There you go. So I'm going to make it place right over there. Copy it. See Ctrl V, copy this rectangle over here. Delete this file over here. There you go. I'm going to undo. So I'm going to copy this rectangle, paste it over here, and paste it over here as well. Then I'm going to just move them side by side. I'll just put them right over here on top of each other. There you go. To zoom in over here, then I'm going to go ahead and increase rectangles so that they match our entire 12-second clip over here. So now these rectangles, which I've copied, I'm going to select each and every one and move them up like this. Then I'm going to rescale them down a bit like this. There you go. To place them right at the middle like this. Okay, I can delete this. I can delete this one as well. So I can go ahead, copy this rectangle again. Paste another one here, paste another one there. And then move them towards the left side. There you go. Now I'm just going to move them and recenter them towards our artwork here. And once I'm selecting all of them, I'm going to lower down the opacity. Let's say lower down each and every single one of their opacity. So I'll just select one, select control, and select this, and select control to select all of them. And I'm going to reduce down the opacity to, let's say, 20%. Yeah, as you can see, it has wonderful effect over here. And I go to play it. As you can see, the rectangles are already over there, but I need to match them so that they have the effect of this one. Okay, right? So this effect, this transition is the flash transition. So I want to add the flash transition to them. I'm going to go for the flash transition and add all of them here. There you go. If I were to play it, as you can see, all of them flashed in. But it's like too much. So I'm going to go ahead and delete them and keep them as it is. And I'm going to give a fast swap right transition to this. Now, if I were to play it, as you can see, they swiped in. Now I'll just go ahead, click on them and add 1 second delay to this instead of 2. There you go. So 1 second delay to all of them. Now if I were to play it, you can see these came up perfectly. Or if you want to have like custom animation for them coming in, so I can do another thing is instead of having this animations here, I could do another thing. But before that, I would want to add some text and quotes in here, right? So I'm going to go to text tool over here. I'm going to add a quick text over here. There you go. I'm going to put that text over here, put this rectangle over here, also add another text. So this one, then I'm going to move this upwards. This one over here and add another text. Put this over here. There you go. Select this, control, and then I'm going to select this right over here. There you go. Then I'm going to compound them together. Create compound clip. There you go. I'm going to undo. Now I'm going to go ahead and right click on it, go to create compound clip and change this to, let's say, quote 1. Okay. So quote 1, there you go. Okay. Now I can see quote 1 over here, as you can see. I'll select this and this. I'm going to compound this 2 together. This will be quote 2. Okay. I'm going to select this 2 over here. And I'm going to go ahead, create compound clip, create quote 3. Okay, there you go. So I have quote 1, quote 2, and quote 3. But I'm going to go and animate them manually. But before that, let me go ahead and render everything. And once that is done, I'm going to go to quote 1, double click on it, and then I have this text over here, as you can see. So I'm going to go and move the text right at the middle over here, increase the scale a bit, but I'll just keep it like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the text. Now, do quote here, like whatever quote that you want. So let's say it's 4. So let's go back first. Let's go back to our main theme and let's watch our video. So let's try to set a quote. So this quote I want this quote. Like if we were to double click on it, as you can see, this text is over here. Text is over here. I'll go back to our main theme over here. So before that, I'm going to undo everything. You need to move the text accordingly. So this text, double click, I want to move it right over here at the center. There you go. This text, I want to move it. This text over here, I want to move it right at the center over here. There you go. So I'll disable this view over here first and select this text and move it right over here at the center. And we enable this and then move the text accordingly. So underneath the titles over here, we have the position over here, right? So I can move it accordingly so that I can change the position towards wherever I want it to. I will double click on it, then I'll just move it accordingly. Or I can just edit it like that. I'll just keep it at the center, like wherever it is right now. Then for this text over here, I'm going to move this text right in the center over here. There you go. Now this text, I'm not being able to move it because I'm holding it. So I'm going to go ahead and center it, align like that. Then I'm going to move it back over here. No. There you go. Now I'm going to compound them together. So I'm going to create compound. So Q1, just shorten it up. Quote 1, this 2 together. Compounds Q2 for quote 2. Okay. And for this 2 together, create compound clip Q3 or quote 3. Okay. It's just to make things organized so that I can go ahead and edit them later on. So as you can see, Q1, Q2, Q3 is here. So let's go for quote 1 now. Okay, so let's go for quote 1. Now it's time for us to edit the text, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and double click on Q1 over here. Okay. Now the text is over here. The Q1 text is over here. As you can see, this is the rectangle for this one, but we want this rectangle to be that one. So we're going to go ahead and redo our rectangles. Okay, so this rectangle, as you can see, this is for this one, this text is for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this rectangle and place it right over here. This rectangle is for quote 3. This one is for quote 1. So we're going to go ahead and remove it like that. Then again, we're going to compound clip or alter G. You can press alter G to create compound clips. So I'm going to use alter G now. And then Q2 for this one. There you go. Then use alter G for this one and Q3 for this one. And press OK. Now everything is organized, neat and clean. Now I'm going to go ahead and double click on this. And then as you can see, we have our text over here. So now we will be able to edit our text and our quotes. So let's just, for simplicity, let's just go ahead and write like simple quotes. So working out builds character. Now I'm going to select all of them. For titles over here, I'm going to select all of them and go and make sure that it is bold. Okay, it's bold. Go for titles under here and change it to, let's say, impact. Impact is good for quotation type videos or quotations. So going back to titles again, we do not need bold anymore because we're using impact. Working out this character. There you go. We'll keep that as it is. Okay. But you can also animate this. And when I mean by animate, I'll just show you. So clicking on them together, I can group them up together. So now they're grouped up together. So I do not need to animate them. But I'll press Ctrl-Shift-G again to ungroup them, or Ctrl-Z to undo the ungroup them. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is first I'm going to select this, go to transform over here, go towards the beginning first. I want to keep this at the middle. So we have it for 12 seconds, right? We have this for 12 seconds, but we do not need the entirety of the 12 seconds. Okay, so if I were to go back to our main timeline over here, as you can see, working out this character, we want to make sure that as it's 12 seconds, we need to divide it by 3. So this one needs to be 4 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to keep this as it is for 4 seconds long, but this one, I need to deduct 4 seconds from it. So it will be 8 for this one. There you go. Then I'm going to place it like that. There you go. This one I need to remove 8 seconds. So it will be for this only for 4 seconds only, and I'll place it right over here. So once I play it, as you will see, once I play it, this one will first come up for 4 seconds, then this one will then come up, then this one will then come up. Okay, now it's time for us to edit this. So then I'm going to go ahead and select this, but before that I'm going to go ahead and select this one, go to transform over here. But I need to only have this be animated or placed for 4 seconds only. So I'm going to have to split it in order to edit it perfectly. So first 4 seconds, I'll go back and explain it to you. So this is 4 seconds over here, okay? Then this is 4 seconds, then this is 4 seconds. So the first 4 seconds, I need to cut it. So what I'm going to do is cut, you can also cut it over here if you want to, okay? So as you can see, we're exactly at 10 seconds. I can cut it over here and then edit this one only, because we do not need to edit this one, and we can only edit the last part where you can animate it outwards, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I am going to double click on this, and now this is 4 seconds, okay? Now what I would want to do is have an animation to it. So I'm going to go ahead and select transform over here and change the position for it to be on the left side. That's 400. Let's keep it at like minus 1000 for now, or minus 500 or minus 600 for now. There you go. Now at the middle, which will be around, this is like 12 seconds, okay? This is 12 seconds long. I want to make it at 4 seconds, so it will be at the middle point. It will be at 2 seconds, right? At 2 seconds, there you go. 2 seconds, I'm going to place it at 0 again. There you go. Now, if I were to play it from beginning, as you see, it comes in like that. But I want to make it much more faster, so I'll just move this one to, let's say, 1 second. There you go. And if I were to play it, I see this moves in very fast. So now exactly on this, I'm going to go ahead and edit the position for this one as well, this rectangle as well. So I'm going to place it like right below at, let's say, minus 1100. There you go. Then selecting this pivot over here at 1 second, I will select it back to 0. There you go. Now if I were to play it, I forgot to put the keyframe over here. So I'm going to go ahead and place our keyframe over here. So it's minus 1100. There you go. Then at 1 second mark, it's going to come up to 0 again. There you go. I'll just play it and see if that comes up. We have done our editing for this one now. Now I'm just going to go ahead and play it so that you can see what it looks like. Now let's add some audio in for quotation 1. Then we'll continue on to do the quotation 2 and quotation 3. Let's just complete 1 segment first, then go towards our second segment. So for the audio, for the text over here, I'm going to go ahead and double click on it. Okay, we can also add the audio over here. Now selecting this file over here, you have the text to speech. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. You have a young, like intense. You have young, pleasant. You have old, calm. So I'm going to go ahead and play this.
Wondershare, creativity simplified.
Let's see, this is the one. So I'll go ahead and auto match this and press OK. It's going to generate it. It's going to download it. There you go. Now it has been downloaded. Now let's go ahead and play it and see how it is like.
Working out builds character.
As you can see, that's there. Now I'll just increase the volume a bit so that you can hear it loud and clear.
Working out builds character.
There you go. Now that's done. Now let's go back to our main timeline over here and see how it sounds like.
Working out builds character.
Now this audio over here is too loud, so I'm going to go ahead and reduce down the volume to, let's say, -2 dB. There you go. So now let's play and see if we can hear that one loud and clear.
Working out builds character.
There you go. Now we're done with Q1. Now let's go for Q2 over here again. But before that, I would just want to place this over here. This is a right over here. 40 seconds, select this and have a cut to this one as well. There you go. And I'll replace that one again back there, over here. Now this one I'll edit and also use the audio as well. So before that, I want to see what's the animation like for our middle video here, the intro animation. So it comes up from middle to up, so I can have like different kinds of animations to it. So I'm going to go ahead and edit it now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, go to animation over here. You can vortex in, zoom out, but I don't want that. I want to have an animation to this one. So I can give a zoom in animation to it. There you go. So let's go ahead and play it and see. Let me keep it there and keep this one at the middle over here. The zooming in process is too long over here, so it's like 12 seconds over here, but I need with the first 4 seconds, I need to put it at like 1 second over here. So I'm going to go ahead and place this at 1 second mark. I'll just zoom in so that it's much more easier to see and put it at 1 second. There you go. That's done. Now let's go ahead and play it and see. That came up nice. Now for this one as well, I'm going to create zoom in. There you go. This one as well, I'm going to get zoom in. That's done. Now let's go back to our main timeline and play and see.
Working out builds character.
Here you go. Now the text over here, I would want to remove the animation and give it a zoom out instead of a zoom in. There you go. It's going to be zoom out. So here is zoom out. No, I do not want the zoom out there, so I'm going to undo it, go back, and give a zoom in instead of a zoom out. Or I can have the animation to it as well. So let me go ahead and delete it and I have the custom animation to it. So this text over here, I want it to go to basic over here, go to transform over here, or here, there you go, we have the transform. Now I'm going to scale it up. So it's 11.69. So let's keep it at 12 scale. There you go. Now let's edit the text. There you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and change it to impact. There you go. Now we have that. I'm going to place it right at the middle over here. Now I'm going to also select it, format text to speech. I press OK. Now we have that done there.
Working out builds the mind.
There you go. We have that there present as well. So now for the custom animation, I'm going to go ahead and select this, go for the keyframe for the scale over here. So I want the scale to be, let's say this big. So it was 12, right? So let's keep it at 30. There you go. And then at 1 second mark, let me go to the 1 second mark over here. I would want to make it to 12. There you go. Working out builds the mind. That's zooming out to in, and this one will be zooming in to out, okay, for the rectangle. So scale for this one, we have the position, we have everything, we have type, we have more drop shadow, not that one. Let's go for transform over here. As you can see, we'll rotate the scale over here. So let's go ahead and change the scale, put both of this in. It's 28.58% and 85.35%. It's better to write it down So I'm going to give a uniform to that. So there you go. It's like that. There, and I'll go back over here to my second mark and place this one over here by clicking on this and this both. Now once that is done, I'll just
Working out builds the mind.
and that scale is over there. And I'll go ahead, select this rectangle, select this frame over here, and place this right over there. So now let's go ahead and play it.
Working out builds the mind.
There you go. Now we have this one created and done. Now let's go back to our main timeline and let's play it and see how it looks like. Okay.
Working out builds character. Working out builds the mind.
There you go. Now let's go to Q3 and edit it. Okay. So let's go back over here, Q3. Now let's go ahead and edit this one. Allow it to zoom in. Then the text over here, let me go ahead and first change our text font to impact again. There you go, it's impact. And then I'm going to go ahead and retype what we want here. Let's just keep it simple. There you go, working out clears the mind. Going to place it there. Now let's go back and see what's the animation for our third video, okay? So it comes in from the right side. So we'll do the same thing, but this time that will all drop from the top, okay? So this rectangle will drop from the top. So I'll select the rectangle. There you go, selecting it. Then underneath transform over here, we have the position, okay? So the Y we want it to be not there, sorry. We want it to be at 1100 on top. While selecting this one, 1100 on the top, and then after 1 second, it will be at 0. Then it will be at 0. There you go. And for the text, it will move from the right to the left. Okay. So I'll select the text, go towards the front, selecting this position for the X will be, let's say 600. Towards the right. And then after 1 second, and it's going to come back to 0. There you go. Now let's play it and see. Let's see working out PSMI. Now I'm going to transform this into this voice as well. And I see that is done. Now we are done with all of our text over here, all of our graphics over here. So let's go ahead.
Working out builds character. Working out builds the mind. Working out clears the mind.
There you go. Now we have done a very good thing over here, a very good quotations of 3 quotations here. You can give much more complex quotations, so you can set the theme to whatever you want and create unique quotation videos like that. Now let's go ahead and add some transitions and towards the end over here, okay? So I'm going to add some transitions in towards the end. So we're going to go to transitions here. I'm going to give just like the fade transition to all of this files over here. There you go. Fade transitions, all of these files over here. That's done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some files over here, some text over here. And I'm going to lower down the opacity so that it transitions into them later on. But now we want to create an outro. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to templates. I'm just going to go to templates over here and select an outro. And see what kind of outros we have that we can use, okay? So you have thank you for watching, subscribe. Not that. You have cinematic outro, as well. Thanks for watching. We want thanks for listening. So you have cinematic outro like this as well. We don't want this. We do not want that one as well. We could use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this one over here. Now, in order for our audio, which is over here, not to get split by that, I'm going to go ahead and right click on this, go to, or left click on this. Let me zoom in again. Click to replace material and then expand my template over here. Then we'll have this. I'm going to go ahead and delete this and have our audio expanded right over here. There you go. Then underneath audio over here, audio transitions, or underneath audio transitions over here, I'm going to give the logarithmic fade over here. There you go. And then we have this one over here, which is the video effect. We have this text over here, follow for more. So follow for more. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and edit that. And thanks for watching. And then you have the movie name over there, right? Thanks for watching. Then you have movie name. So titles here, you have movie name over here. So here, I'm just going to write in, let's say, words of self-improvement. Improvement. There you go. So here we have this one. So quotes of self-improvement. There you go. Then I'm going to just lower down this one. There you go. Now we are done. Okay. Just going to place this right over there and decrease this a bit and place this right over here at the center. There you go. Now that's done. Now let's go ahead. I'm just going to move this right over here, move this right over here, move this right over here. There you go. Now let's go ahead and play it and see how it looks like here at the end. There you go. That's done. Now let me go ahead and render all of this and we'll be done with our class project 2. There you go. Now, as it's a quotation video, I'm just going to go ahead and do one thing more, which is add a text. The beginning, quick text. There you go. Now, this is going to be right over here. Now, this text over here, I'm going to go ahead and edit it. I do not want text over here. What I want is an audio. So I'm going to use audio, use text to speech and just keep the audio here. So what I'm going to type here is follow just, like as we gave only just 3, follow just these 3 advices or advice for working out, or listen to this 3 listen to these 3 statements if you want to work out and improve. There you go. Now we have that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add text to speech and okay. It's uploading, it's transcripting. There you go. Now we have this audio in. I'm just going to delete that. Now I'm going to play it.
Listen to these 3 statements if you want to work out and improve. Working out builds character. Working out builds the mind. Working out clears the mind.
Now we will add another text for the outro, an audio, text to audio. So I'm just going to write, thanks for watching. It's a very short thing that you can upload, let's say on Instagram or Facebook story or any social media. Thanks for watching. Follow for more. I'll keep you updated. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to also transcribe this to text to speech. Okay. It's scanning that, then it's uploading it, then it's transcribing it, then it's downloading it, and we have it right now over here. I'm going to go ahead and delete that and move it right, let's say, right over here. And let's play it. But before that, let me go ahead and render it. Now let's play and see how it looks, sounds like.
Thanks for watching. Follow for more. I'll keep you updated.
There you go. Now everything here looks fine. You have a very good working video. Now, as everything is done, in order to export, you can go to File here. You can go to Save Project or Save Project As. You can save project as your project file over here, or you can export from the top right over here. So once you click on export here, you will have the all options over here, as you can see. So you can edit thumbnail over here, and you can go ahead, and I'll just put this thumbnail here. Edit, done. That thumbnail is going to load up there. Okay, then save. I'm going to save it like that. Then you can change your name here. You can change to whichever file that you want. I'm just going to go to desktop over here and go to Filmora over here and save it here. And preset, match to project settings. You can also like just have your custom preset here, but I'm just going to match to project settings so that the format and the quality and the resolution and the frame rate matches with my project over here. Then you can also back up to cloud. You can also add auto highlights. So please check the box to generate an additional highlight video. I do not want that. I'll just remove that and enable GPU accelerated video encoding. Now, enabling this will help your hardware's GPU, if you have a GPU, to help in rendering this and then exporting this. Then you can go ahead and click on export, and it's going to export. Now, if you have the free version, you will have the watermark if you want to export using any kind of paid elements. But if you have the purchased version for Filmora, then you can remove the watermark. So you can export with watermark, or if you want to remove, you can use purchase. For now, I'm just going to use export with watermark. And it's encoding and it's exporting it now. Then you can do when like shut down computer to nothing, it's going to give a sound reminder. There you go, and you heard the sound. And then you can now share it, open cloud storage and get cloud storage for free. You can share it to your cloud storage as well. And then you can open the folder here to open the folder for your video file over here. As you can see, this is the thumbnail, this is the video, and this is the previously downloaded video that I had. So that's basically it for class project number 2. And that's basically it for all the lessons and the course here. And I hope that every one of my classes were educational for you. Thank you very much, and goodbye.